What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about why Turo will never ever make you rich. Okay, Turo is a giant, huge platform that is super popular now. Everybody and their mother knows about Turo. Okay, and everybody thinks I'm gonna put my car on Turo. I'm gonna start a Turo business and I'm gonna get rich. That is not gonna happen. Okay, that's sure as hell not gonna happen. And today I'm gonna explain to you why that is a myth. Okay, so without any delay, let's get right into the video. So, what actually is Turo? Turo is a peer to peer car sharing platform. This is just a fancy way of saying that Turo allows other people with cars to put their cars on their platform so that other people without cars can come pay for it and drive the car. All right. Now, Turo does make it super easy for you to put your car on their platform and to get renters in the door. All right. Turo does a great job at that. It makes it very easy for anybody, whoever it is, at any age, to be able to make money with their vehicle. But here's the main problem. The problem is that most people don't understand how Turo actually works. When you put your car on their platform, you no longer have control of who gets that car. And it's very important to maintain control of your asset. Why? Because if anything happens to the car, you still assume and hold liability for that car. So you lose control, but you still have all the liability. And it's very important for you to understand that because that is what makes the difference of whether you actually become profitable or not. Control. And because Turo has the control, they are the ones that actually benefit from the vehicle. And I'll give you an example. So Turo brings the customer in the door. Turo takes the money from the customer up front, and then they give you a percentage of that. But the truth is, you have no idea how much Turo is taking from the customer. And most people think that because they have their cars listed for $50 per day, that's how much Turo is taking from the customer. But that's simply not true. Turo is taking a lot more from the customer on the front end, and then they're paying you what you have listed on your platform, on your Turo platform. So for example, if you put your car up for $50 per day, Turo charges the customer up to $75-$80 per day for that exact same car. And then they give you $50 per day and then take up to 40% of that. So if you think about it, in that equation, who benefits the most and who loses the most? Well, Turo gets most of the money, and you, the host, only get a small percentage of the money. And then on top of that, you still got to deal with all the problems that come with the car. So I'll give you an example. Most people think that just because Turo will take care of the insurance if the car gets damaged, right, then Turo is doing a good job. But what happens if your customer puts 3, 4, 5,000 miles on your car inside the next 2, 3 weeks, and you have that car financed? Well, you are the one that has to deal with that depreciation. And no matter how much you charge mileage over, you will not be able to recoup enough of the depreciation to be able to get out of that car when you need to. That's just the plain cold facts. So let's think about it for a second. Turo has no liability. They don't have to deal with any of the depreciation. And on top of that, they get to take most of the money on the front end. That leaves you, the host, holding the bag. How are you supposed to get rich when you take all the risk and you don't get most of the money? Somebody else does. Okay? That equation is completely unfair. Now, here's what kind of makes sense for most hosts. The best way to be able to utilize the platform is by using cash paid off cars. Okay, I preach this all the time on this channel. So if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like the video, right? And then make sure to watch my other video on how to buy cash cars. That way you can run a profitable car rental business. With cash cars, you have way less liability. You own the car outright. You don't have to worry about depreciation. And on top of that, you can choose how to buy the vehicle and buy it at the right price. The way I teach my students to buy vehicles is to buy from $3,000 to $5,000 range. At that range, the car has fully depreciated. So that means that even if you buy that car, put 50,000 miles on it in a year, you can sell that car for pretty much the exact same price you bought it for. So you don't have to deal with depreciation. That means that all the money you make in that year while renting out the car is full profit. And that's how you actually get rich. But in order for you to be able to pull this off, you need to be able to buy the cars cash, to buy the cars at any mileage that you want. And we all know Turo has the mileage limit, okay? The mileage limit makes it much harder for you to be able to buy at that $3,000 to $5,000 range. And it's done on purpose, okay? This is done to still leave you holding the depreciation back. All right. And the only way around this is to switch to private rentals. With private rentals, you are able to buy the cars at any mileage you want, rent it directly to the customer, and keep all of the money. Okay. Yes, you do assume the risk of damages when it comes to the actual vehicle, and there's ways around that. Okay. You can use commercial insurance, you can use on rental insurance, and there are many platforms out there that show you how to do on rental insurance properly so you get your damages and claims covered. Okay, so that is how you actually get rich. Toro in 2026 will never make you rich. What you need to do instead is switch over to private rentals using cash economy cars. If you're ready to start and scale your private car rental business, use the link in my description below to book a strategy call with me.